Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. I hope your life is going swimmingly. I had a pretty good weekend. I got to hang out quite a bit with my friend and play some video games and did some shopping and worked on the house a little bit. But Sunday, well, I think it started Saturday, but Sunday for sure, something hit me hard. And I've always assumed it was allergies because it presents with similar symptoms. And the last time I felt this bad was when I learned that I had allergies. Surprise. But it persisted all day yesterday and to this morning, to the point that I actually called the doctor. Don't ever do that. I never do it. I'm not one to seek medical advice. I just let it ride out. And that's probably, a bad thing. But I called because I was concerned. Like, maybe this is something serious. I have this pain, just like right here. Right above my eye. Super intense pain. Makes my eyes hurt. Bright lights hurt. Makes my nose run. Makes me just feel horrible. Allergies is what I have associated it with. Well, the doctor doesn't think that's it at all. I wanted to make sure it's not a tumor, right? It's never a tumor, but I wanted to make sure. So the nurse that I talked to said it sounds like cluster headaches, which isn't a huge deal, but it's nothing to be majorly concerned about, but it is a problem that can be managed and that, I should come see them when I get a chance. So, that's a thing. I don't know if any of you have suffered this, but as soon as she talked to me about the symptoms and the causes of cluster headaches, it all kind of made sense. Like, yeah, I have had those for a very long time. It's apparently not really a headache, like in the sense of brain pressure or anything like that. It's a nerve that runs, up the neck and across the face or whatever. And when it's being a pain, it is some of the most excruciating pain ever. Some people have said, they say it's more painful than migraines, which I could believe that. It hurts really bad. But it's very rare, for one thing. Not very rare, but mostly in men, and it's usually smokers and alcoholics. I'm neither of those things. But it is what it is. I've had it for a very long time now that I know what sets it off. Like they talked about, alcohol can trigger it. Or if you're having an episode, alcohol can cause instantaneous headaches. Yes, I have experienced that in my life. I don't drink very much, but I have had times when I want to drink or when I do drink, even just a beer causes me to have a massive headache, like immediately. But the other one is smells. Very strong smells can trigger these headaches. And I have always had an aversion to strong scents. And if I go into a craft store that has like all the potpourri in the world, I get this instant pain in my forehead. Not as bad as I'm having right now, but pretty bad. And so I've always kind of known what to avoid to prevent this, but when it happened, yesterday was miserable. It's like, I wanted to read. I was trying to read a book and I couldn't concentrate on the book. I was trying to play video games. I couldn't concentrate because my eyes would water. I'd taken my glasses off and it felt like a lot of sinus pressure, but there's no drainage and all this stuff. Bright lights, this light right now is kind of bothering me. Not bad. Luckily, it's basically gone away for the night. But apparently it's a thing that happens, and I don't know anything about it other than, the normal medications that you would take for pain aren't what help it. So ibuprofen and Motrin those are the same thing. Tylenol, that sort of thing, doesn't really do much. Medications, there are prescription medications that help, and one of them is oxygen, breathing straight oxygen. So unfortunately I don't have any oxyacetylene tanks, or I would just start breathing oxygen down here to see if that helps me, but apparently straight oxygen can help, and there's some other drugs that can help. So eventually I'll go get to see my doctor and talk about it, because I don't want it coming back, and it's apparently one of those things that kind of comes for a little while, but while that nerve is agitated, I have these headaches, and then it can go away for months or years and then come back. And that's been my experience. And I guess I have a very high pain tolerance because I've never been one to complain about it. It hurts like hell for a day or two, and then it goes away. And so I just ride it out. That's kind of how I've always been. Like, just let it do its thing. And apparently I shouldn't do that. I should probably see doctors and talk to them about my problems and they can help me. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to set up an appointment. But if any of you have these things, let me know what I can expect. Do you have particular drugs that help you get quick relief? Quick relief was what I'm interested in. I don't really necessarily care about prevention or anything like that, long-term relief. But, you know, if there's something I can take that will relieve my symptoms quickly and short term maintain them, then that's all I need. You know, I can deal with everything else. But it's really hard being a programmer when you can't look at bright lights and you have to look at your screen and type code and your eyes are watering and you can't wear your glasses. So I don't know. It sucks. I don't wish it on anybody, but that's where I'm at. So as always, thank you for being here and thank you for listening to me tell you about my problems. I like hearing about your problems, though, so there's a comment section, or your good times. Good times are even better. Been doing some reading lately, been doing some writing lately, been doing some thinking about board games, so I'm feeling like I'm a little bit more creative than I used to be on the medication prior, so probably do a medication update this week. We'll see if that interests anybody. So thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. Thank you for being amazing people. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from Wikipedia. Is there a 4th degree burn? When damage penetrates into some of the underlying layers, it's a partial thickness or 2nd degree burn. In a full thickness or 3rd degree burn, the energy extends all layers of the skin. A 4th degree burn additionally involves injury to deeper tissues such as muscle or bone.